Morning, class 5. So after a long gap of say about 1 month, maybe some days, we are meeting with a new lesson, and that lesson is called Mukesh Starts a Zoo. This is the first lesson of your book Mulberry, and this is a very interesting lesson in which Mukesh is a boy of a name, or is a name of a boy who starts a zoo. Now, in this lesson, if you see the first page, in the first page there are some words written, and they are all written. They are not written in a proper row, in a proper position, and you have to make those words into an animal or a bird. Now, work with a partner. Read the list of words in column A. They are anagrams of names of animals and birds. That means the letters have been just written here and there, but they are basically some name of a bird or an animal. Now shuffle the letters, guess the names and write them in column B. See how many you can get right. Okay. Now the first word is wallows. What is the first word? Wallows. And you have given the example. If you put S in the front, it becomes swallow. So swallow is the name of a bird. Now the next word is balm. Can you guess what will be a balm? How you can write balm, which becomes the baby of a sheep. Baby of a sheep. Mary had a little. Yes, write that word. Low. The picture is given. Low is basically owl. The next word is shore. Now how will you put the letters so that it becomes a animal which runs very fast? Next word is greet. Now greet is basically you greet a person. You welcome a person with how do you do or with good morning. That is greet. But if you just shuffle these letters, it becomes a bird. It is. Let me see whether you are able to guess and write the word correctly in the column or not. If you are able to write correctly, I'll give a big smiley in your book, because you have to show this work to me in your in your group. Now the next word is calm. Now what is calm? Now calm again, if you just reshuffle the letters, it becomes a seafood which people eat. It is a seafood. It is a food of the sea which is in a shell. एक shell के अंदर होता है और लोग उसे shell से निकाल के खाते हैं. So these are the column A. You have to just write the letters and make it into a bird or an animal. Now what is a zoo? A zoo is a large park or garden where animals are kept for study, protection or display to the public. Now what is a zoo? Zoo is a place where the animals are kept. They are purposefully kept. They are not into their natural surrounding. They are purposefully kept for study, for protection. Protection from the wind, protection from cold, protection from heat, and protection from rain. Or they are displayed. They are kept as a display for the public. Now a boy named Mukesh visited a zoo and came up with an interesting idea. So a boy named Mukesh visited a zoo and came up with an interesting idea. Let us read about it. Now he visited a zoo and he came up with an idea with his friends to create a mini zoo of his own. And it's a very interesting lesson. Once we read, you will really enjoy. Now on a visit to Delhi with his parents, Mukesh spent 2 crowded hours at the zoo. When Mukesh visited Delhi with his parents, he spent 2 hours, crowded hours at the zoo. He went to the zoo. He was dazzled. Dazzled means impressed and amazed. He was amazed. बहुत अचंभित हो गया. अचंभित, surprised. He was dazzled. He was impressed by many colorful birds, fascinated by the reptiles, charmed by the gibbons and the chimps, and awestruck by the lions, tigers and leopards. So when he went to the zoo, he was dazzled. Dazzled means impressed and amazed by many colorful birds. Many birds he saw there. He was fascinated, again attracted by the reptiles there. Charmed, again very impressed by the gibbons. Small apes with long arms and no tail. Gibbons and chimps, and awestruck by the, and awestruck again, filled with fear or wonder. He was filled with fear. He was awestruck by the lions, and he was awestruck by the lions, tigers and leopards. There was no zoo in the small town of Dera where he lived. He used to live in Dehradun. There was no zoo there in Dehradun. But when he went to Delhi with his parents, he visited the zoo and he was awestruck. He was impressed. He was fascinated. He was dazzled. So as soon as he got home, he decided that he would have a zoo of his own. So as soon as he reached Dehradun, back to his home, he decided that he would create a small zoo of his own, a mini zoo. "I'm going to start a zoo," he announced at breakfast the day after his return. The day when he returned home, he told his parents that "I will create a zoo of my own and I will make all the animals stay in that zoo." "But you don't have any birds or animals," said Dolly, his little sister. His little sister Dolly said, "You don't have any animals. Whom you will keep in the zoo? There is nobody to whom you will keep in the zoo." Now, can you tell me in the bracket, in this box, the answer? Why did Mukesh want a zoo of his own? He wanted a zoo of his own because he was awestruck. He was fascinated. He was impressed by the animals and the birds in the zoo, which he visited in Delhi. Pick out the words that tell us the effect that the zoo had on Mukesh. Now the words all you know. First is he was dazzled, he was awestruck, fascinated, charmed. All these are words which shows that he was too much. It gave a good effect on Mukesh. Now the next page. "I will soon find them," said Mukesh. When the sister said, "How will you find the animals and the birds?" He says, "I will soon find them." That's what a zoo is all about, collecting animals. He says, "That's what I will collect some animals and I will start a zoo." He was gazing at the whitewashed wall of the veranda where a gecko was in pursuit of a fly. Now, what happened? Now this line, it's a very interesting. Now you have to understand this line well. He was gazing at the whitewashed wall. Gazing means looking steadily or something for a. Gazing means when you look at something for a very long time. So he was gazing at the whitewashed wall of the veranda where a gecko. Now what is a gecko? A gecko is a small lizard that lives in warm countries. Where a gecko was a small lizard. He was gazing at the whitewashed wall of the veranda where a gecko was in pursuit of a fly. He was in pursuit means that a gecko, that lizard, was just chasing a fly. She was just about to eat the fly. A little later, Mukesh was trying to catch the lizard, and Mukesh started his effort of collecting that of catching that lizard. But it was more alert than it looked and always managed to keep a few inches ahead of his grasp. But he was not able to, catch hold of her. Why? Because the lizards are very smart. If you put a stick on the lizards, they will never stick to the. They will not come to the stick. They will just immediately slip away and will go to the wall, to the other end of the wall, or maybe far away from the stick. That is not the way to catch a lizard, said Teju. One of his friends, Teju, said, "This is not the way you can catch a lizard." Appearing on the veranda step, Teju and his sister Koki lived next door. Teju and his sister Koki were their neighbors. "You catch it then," said Mukesh. Mukesh said, "Then you catch it." Teju fetched a stick from the garden. Fetch means leke aana. What is the past tense of fetch? Fetched. Teju fetched a stick from the garden. He used the stick to tip the lizard off the wall and into a shoebox. What did he do? He tipped with the tip of the stick. He used the stick to tip. With the tip of the stick, the lizard, he just take the lizard off the wall. Wall से उसको निकाला. फटाफट से he put it into a shoebox. You will be my head keeper, said Mukesh. Mukesh said, you will be my head keeper. You will be one of my head keeper in the zoo. And soon he and Teju were at work in the back garden, setting up enclosures with a roll of wire netting they had found in the poultry shed. Now, once they had caught the lizard, they started making arrangements of the zoo in the back garden, setting up enclosures. Enclosures mean they started enclosing pieces of land that are surrounded by a fence. They started fencing the garden with enclosures so that they could keep animals into that enclosures with a roll of some wire which they got it from the poultry shed. Now what else can we find? What else can we have in the zoo? Asked Teju. There is your grandmother's parrot, said Mukesh. He says, your grandmother has a parrot. That's a good idea, but we won't tell her about it. Not now. I don't think she would lend it to us. You see, it's a religious parrot. She's taught a lot of prayers and chants. Now, Mukesh said that your grandmother has kept a parrot. So why don't we keep that parrot in the zoo? But Teju said she would not part away with the parrot. She would never like that we should take the parrot, because the parrot chants religious rhymes, religious prayers, and he chants. Then people are sure to come and listen to it. Listen to it. They will pay too. Then Mukesh said, if he's singing good chants, he's chanting also, then people will surely come and they will pay also, because that parrot is actually chanting prayers. What else can we have? Well, there is my dog, said Mukesh. Then Mukesh said, I have a dog also. But a dog is not a zoo animal. Mine is. It's wild. Look, it's black all over and it's got yellow eyes. He says, my dog is a dog which could be kept in a zoo because it is totally jet black with golden yellow eyes. Koki has a white rabbit. Will she lend it to us? He says, Koki, one of his, I think it's a sister, she has a white rabbit. Will she lend it to us? Will she give it to us? I don't know. Maybe we can rent it from her. Maybe we can give some rent and we can take that rabbit from her. And there is Sitaram's donkey. He says there is Sitaram's donkey also. Sitaram, the washerman's son, usually used a donkey to deliver and collect the laundry from the house along the street. Now Sitaram was a washerman. He had a donkey. He has a donkey which collects all his clothes and deliver it to the people's houses once he washes them. So they had a plan with so many animals. Now guess the animals. Okay.